Mah Man Truman. This is Harry S. Truman. Truman was Franklin Delano Roosevelt's vice president, but when Roosevelt was assassinated, Truman became president. He served from 1945 to 1949, and then got reelected until 1953. On his reelection, he got 303 electoral votes and 49.6% of the popular vote. He's a Democrat, as was Roosevelt. For his first term, he was the vice president, and then when he became president, he didn't have a vice. For his second term, his vice president was Alvin Barkley. His first term, his Congress was unfriendly. His second term, he had a friendly Congress. Oh boy, it's time for cabinet members. Hey, I have a good idea. Let's read them all. For Secretary of State, E.R. Stettinius Jr., James F. Byrnes, George C. Marshall, and Dean Arkeson. For Secretary of State, Henry Morgenthau Jr., Frederick M. Vinson, John W. Snyder. For Secretary of Defense, James Forrestal, Lewis A. Johnson, George C. Marshall, Robert A. Levett. For Attorney General, Francis Biddle, Tom C. Clark, J. Howard McGrath, James P. McGrenery. For Postmaster General, Frank C. Walker, Robert E. Hannigan, Jesse M. Donaldson. For Secretary of the Interior, Harold L. Ikes, Julius A. Krug, Oscar L. Chapman. For Secretary of Agriculture, Claude R. Wickard, Clinton P. Anderson, Charles F. Brennan. Secretary of Commerce, Henry A. Wallace, W. Arafel Harriman, Charles Sawyer. Secretary of Labor, Francis Perkins. Oh boy. However you pronounce this guy, Louis B. Schwelgenbach. Schwelgenbach. Horace J. Tillman. For Secretary of War, Henry L. Stimson, Robert P. Patterson, Kenneth C. Royal. For Secretary of Navy, James Forrestal. Whew! That was a lot. He appointed 4 people to the Supreme Court: Chief Justice Fred M. Vinson, Associate Justice Harold Burton, Associate Justice Tom C. Clark, and Associate Justice Sherman Minton. He made one change to the Constitution. That was the 22nd Amendment, and that presidents can only serve 2 terms, because he had Roosevelt before him. His foreign policy was called the Truman Doctrine. A major legislation he passed was the Fair Deal. A world event he dealt with was World War II, and a major achievement he made is ending World War II by blowing up a bunch of people. In conclusion, I think he did a pretty pizzazz job given the things he was dealing with at the time. He ended World War II in a somewhat interesting way, I might add, but he got the job done. He also ordered an end to segregation in military and government, which is definitely progress. I think he got a very difficult shift, but completed it without blowing up the entire world. Hey, might as well stick around for some pretty cool facts about Mah Man Truman. He was a commander in World War I. He had poor eyesight. His middle name is literally S. It doesn't stand for anything. He survived an assassination attempt. When he ran for re-election, the newspaper company was so certain he would lose, they had already printed out papers about how his opponent had won. Anyway, gamers, thanks for sticking with me to listen to some pretty pizzazz facts about Mah Man Truman. Peace. Oh shoot, I forgot the bibliography. Hey, it's these links here, and these 2 books. Pretty cool. I'm not going to read them because that's going to take forever.